Hi team, welcome to today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get started, I will remind you, please make sure to check in once we are finished today. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, please make use of the stretching video that is also available to you to leave your body feeling nice and healthy and happy. All right, so today's workout, we're going to do supersets with a cardio finisher. So how this works is we're going to start with our superset, our two different exercises that are going to work different parts of our bodies while the other rests. We're going to do each exercise for a set amount of reps. We're going to go through each superset twice. After those 2 rounds are done, we're going to switch into some sort of cardio for 1 whole minute. All right, I will show you how to do everything before we even do it. So let's get started. Number 1, we're going to do 20 afterburners, 20 skiers, and then we are switching into 1 minute of just regular jumping jacks. Like I said, I'll show you how to do these things, and then we'll get started. So, afterburners. An afterburner is basically just a regular squat, but you're pulsing up and down at the bottom. So regular squat, your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, toes pointed out at a little bit of an angle. From there, we're hinging at our knees and our waist, keeping our weight in our heels. We're just gonna squat down into that lowered squat position, pulsing up and down just like so. 20 of those. After that, we're switching to 20 skiers. So we're gonna need some sort of weights for this, whether you have soup cans, dumbbells, water bottles, whatever you have. Starting feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in your knees. We're gonna hinge forward at your waist just a tiny bit, just like this. Arms are straight out in front of you. Arms are straight without locking your elbows, and then keeping our shoulder blades down nice and low on our backs, we're just gonna swing those weights forwards and backwards, just like this, keeping those weights nice and close to our bodies. Each back and forth is 1, so it's 1, 2, all right, we're going to do 20 of those, then we are switching to regular jumping jacks for 1 minute. So a regular jumping jack is just a hop, sprawling all of our appendages out, then we're gonna hop, bringing them all back in. If you find the hop is a bit too intense for you, you can step out to the side just like this instead, all right? So let's get started here, team, with our 20 afterburners. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep going team, just a small pulse up and down at the bottom, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. All right, switching to our skiers, 20 of these, here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, keep going team, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through now. 11, 12, 13, almost there team. 14, 15, stay with me now. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our afterburners final round, then we'll switch to our jacks. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Keeping that weight in your heels on the up and down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome work, team. Stay with me now. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. All right. Switching to our skiers. 20 of those. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Keep going, team. 4, 5, and 6. Keep going. And 7, 8, 9, and 10. Halfway through. 11, 12, 13. Almost there, team. 14, 15, 16. Stay with me now. 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, awesome job, team. Let's switch to our cardio. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't have to count because we are timed on this one. Remember to modify these if you need to here, team. Awesome job. Just filling this 1 minute as best you can. Awesome work. Stay with me now here, team. All right, 20 more seconds. Almost there. 10 seconds. Then we're going to take a quick break. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh. All right, awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one, all right? Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in and out. All right, moving on, team. We are going to do 20 kettlebell swings, 20 tricep extensions. Then we are going to switch into wall taps for our final minute. I'll show you these things and then we will get started. So a kettlebell swing, you're going to need one weight for this, whether that's your soup can, dumbbell, water bottle, whatever you have. We're gonna start feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees. From here, we're just gonna hold the weight equally in both hands, just like so. All right, we're gonna swing our hips behind us. There's no squat in a kettlebell swing, all right? But we are gonna swing our hips behind us, keeping our feet flat on the floor with our weight in our heels. We're gonna thrust our hips forward nice and fast, all right? Squeezing that bum at the front. You're letting the weight swing under its own power, all right? You're not helping with your arms. It's just gonna swing with the momentum that you have of you swinging your hips forward and squeezing that bum at the front, all right? So 20 of those. After that, we are switching to 20 tricep extensions. So this is also an exercise that you can do sitting on something, all right? Sitting your bum kind of on the edge of your stairs, a chair, an ottoman, whatever you have handy, if it's bothering your lower back, all right? So we're gonna start feet shoulder width apart, again, slight bend in our knees. We're gonna hinge forward at our waist to about a 45-degree angle. So I want you leaning forward pretty far, keeping your back nice and straight. From here, we're gonna drive our elbows up behind us and keep them there. Then we're just gonna straighten our arms back just like so, all right? 20 of these. After that, we're going to switch to our wall taps. So wall taps, if you don't have a wall handy, I will show you a modification for these. But basically what you're going to do is, you're going to go over to your wall. You're going to hop up as high as you can, gently tapping your fingers on the wall, all right? So it looks a little something like this, all right? A little piece of advice too, it's a lot simpler to hop off your toes than it is to fully land with your feet, wind yourself back up, and hop again, all right? If you don't have any wall space handy, what I want you to do is I just want you hopping on the spot with your hands up in the air, with your hands leading you as high as you can go, all right? That is going to be our final minute worth of cardio. So let's get started here, team, with our kettlebell swings. 20 of these, here we go, in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, so letting that weight swing back under its own gravity. 7, 8, thrusting nice and fast. This is a very aggressive movement, all right? 11, squeezing that bum at the front. 13, 14, 15, almost there, team. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our tricep extension, 20 of these. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13. Almost there, team. Keeping those elbows up nice and high. 15, 16, 17. Almost done. 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching back to our kettlebell swings. Final round, and then we will switch to our wall taps. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going, team. 5. Swinging those hips forward, squeezing that bum at the front. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, 12, 13. Almost there, team. 14, 15, 16. Almost done. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew. All right. Final tricep extensions, 20 of these. Then we will switch to our wall taps. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Keep going, team. 4, and 5, 6, 7. Keep going. 8, 9, and 10. Whew. 11, 12, 13. Almost done, team. 14. Keeping those elbows up nice and high. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to our wall taps. Remember to stand away from the walls if you don't have any space available. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. I'm just gonna stand back here so I can watch my clock. And remember, it's much simpler to hop off your toes than it is to fully land back on your heels and wind yourself back up again, all right? Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. Awesome work. Woo. All right, 20 seconds here, team. All right, 10 seconds. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh. All right, awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water, and then we'll move on to the next one, all right? All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go, and in, and out. All right, moving on here, team. We are going to start with something called standing side leg lift. We're going to do 10 per side of those. After that, we are going to do 20 plank walks. Then for our minute of cardio, we are going to do a minute of butt kicks. I'll show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So, standing side leg lift. What you're going to do, if you need something for balance, please feel free to hold on to it. But what we're going to do, we're going to shift all of our weight over to one of our feet at a time. The other leg, we're going to keep it nice and straight. What we're going to do with it, keeping our toes pointed forward the whole time, we're just going to lift our foot out to the side just like that. Don't twist your toe out to the side to get more of a range of motion. That's not the muscle we are looking to target on this one. All right. We're going to do 10 on one side, then we're going to switch over and do 10 on the other. If you have some ankle loop bands you want to use to make them a little tougher, just put them around your ankles and you're going to feel that resistance. All right. 10 on one side, then you're going to switch over and do 10 on the other. After that, we are switching to something called plank walks. Now, this isn't really something that translates to leaning against a wall. So I do welcome you to try this on the floor in a plank position on your knees. That's going to make it less intense for you than being on your toes, all right? Because what we're gonna do for our plank walks, we're actually gonna start in plank position with our hands kind of off to one side. If you have a yoga mat, that's kind of a good measurement for where we are going to step our hands for this. If not, think about a foot's width between your hands when we do any stepping with them, all right? Nice straight line from your shoulder to your contact point with the floor, whether that's your knees or your toes, completely up to you, okay? No bumps in the air. Bring that bum down nice and low, giving yourself that nice straight line. From here, we're going to step our hands together in the middle. So one step together, two steps together, all right? Those two steps to that one side is considered a count of one, all right? We're going to do 20 of these. So going back the other way, one together, two together, that's two, one together, two together, that's three, etc. We're going to do 20 of those, just like I said. Then we're going to switch to our butt kicks for our final minute. So butt kicks, very literal piece of cardio. I like to start just standing with all of my weight on one of my legs, the other foot kind of swung up behind me just like this. From here, we're just gonna hop foot to foot, driving that foot up behind us, trying to kick ourselves in the bum just like so. All right, we're just gonna fill our last minute with our butt kicks. If you find the hop is a bit too intense for you, you can shift your weight over to one foot at a time. Again, just swinging those feet up behind you just like so. All right, so standing side leg lift, let's start with that. 10 per side of these. Here we go, team, in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Keep going, team. 6, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, and 2. Remember to keep that toe pointed forward. All right, we're not twisting our foot out to the side to get more of a range of motion. 6, you should feel a pinch or a squeeze in your hip. 9, and 10. All right, switching to our plank walks. First 20 of these. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. So 1 together, 2 together. That's 2 together. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going, team. 7, 8, 9, keep going, team. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Doesn't have to be big steps to the side either. 16, just as long as you're getting that pressure through your arms and your shoulders. 18, 19, last one. 20. All right, switching back to our standing side leg lift. Final 10 per side of these. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Awesome job, team. Keep going. And 6. Only thing that should be moving is your leg. And 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Keep going, team. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, final plank walks. Then we'll switch to our butt kicks. Here we go, team. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 1. That's 2. That's 3. And 4. So remember, 2 steps to one side is a count of 1. 6. Doesn't have to be that huge step either. And 8, 9, and 10. Keep going, team. 11, and 12, 13, 14, 15. Almost there, team. 16, 17, 18, 19. Last one. 20. All right, switching to our butt kicks here, team. Let's get into position. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So it's almost like you're running on the spot, swinging that foot behind you, trying to kick yourself in the bum. Awesome job, team. Stay with me now. Whew. All right, 30 seconds left. Over halfway through now. Awesome job. 10 seconds. Stay with me here, team. Almost done. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Awesome job, team. Let's take this quick break. We'll grab some water and then we'll move on to the next one. Whew. Whew. All right, team. Take a deep breath with me. Here we go. And in. And out. All right, last one here, team. We're going to do 20 straight leg hip lifts, 10 per side of something called a one-armed press. Then we are going to do a minute of power skips. I'll show you how to do these things, and then we will get started. So, for your straight leg hip lifts, you're going to want something you can put your feet up onto, an ottoman, a chair, your couch, a step, anything like that that you may have handy. What we're going to do, we're going to lay down on our backs. We're going to put our heels on whatever thing we are using, keeping our legs nice and straight without locking our knees. We're going to lift our hips up to the ceiling, squeezing our bums at the top. All right, so up, squeeze, back down, up, squeeze, back down, just like that. We're going to do 20 of those. After that, we are switching to one-armed press. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to just use one weight at a time. We're going to start feet shoulder width apart with a slight bend in our knees. From here, we're going to bring one weight, or the one weight we're using, up to the side of our head just like this with our elbow at a 90-degree angle, elbow in line with our shoulder, all right? From here, keeping our cores nice and tight, we're just going to push that weight straight up over our heads just like this. We're going to do 10 on one side, then we're going to switch over and do 10 on the other, all right? And very last minute, we're going to do power skips. If you ever skipped around the playground, all right? Power skips, pretty much the same sort of thing. A skip is a hop, bringing together your opposite elbow and your opposite knee, all right? So we're just gonna hop just like so. If you find the hop is a bit too intense for you, some high knee marches, bringing together that elbow and that knee are going to work just great, all right? So let's get started with our straight leg hip lift. 20 of those. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2. So lifting, squeezing that bum at the top. 4, 5, and 6, Keep going, team. 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, and 12, 13, 14. Keep going, team. 15, squeezing that bum at the top. And 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, switching to that one-armed press. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. Keep going, team. 7, awesome job. 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. So straight up over your head, keeping that core nice and tight. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our straight leg hip lifts, 20 of these. Final round in 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Lifting, squeezing that bum at the top. 5, 6, 7. Keep going, team. 8, 9, and 10. We're halfway through. 11, and 12, 13, 14, almost there, team. 15, 16, 17, stay with me now. 18, 19, and 20. Whew. All right, final one-armed press. Then we will switch to our power skips. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Pressing up and down, trying to make sure that your elbow's not dipping down too far past your shoulder line. All right. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching sides. 3, 2, 1, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Keep going, team. 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, switching to our power skips. Final minute. Here we go, team. In 3, 2, 1, and go. So try to make sure that knee and that elbow are coming up at the same time. If one goes before the other, it feels a bit awkward, all right? Awesome job, team. Remember to modify these if you need to as well. Just turning them into that high knee march. Awesome job, team. 20 seconds. Stay with me now. Almost there. 10 seconds. Woo. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh. All right, awesome work, team. We are done for the day. Let's take a deep breath together. Here we go, and in, and out. All right, thank you so much for being here today, team. I really always appreciate your time. Now that we are finished, please remember to check in. You can do that just below the video player here. As well, if you're feeling comfortable with it, I would love to see your sweaty selfie on social media. You can tag me on both Facebook and Instagram at M12 Fitness Liz. All right? Thanks again so much, team, and I will see you next time.